And because again, there will be no replays to this session because it is going to be part of the live broadcast. So with that, if you have any questions, you can reach out to me directly if you're watching on YouTube. And other than that, we will go ahead and get started. Okay, so just so you'll know, this is for the Create and Sell a Children's Book with AI PLR video course. You can get that PLR video course at plrshow.com/new or the plrshow.com/CSA CBAI. And again, it's Create and Sell a Children's Book with AI. So either way, you can get access to the PLR course that we are going to be doing. And obviously, the course is free this time to Ultimate Insiders. So if you're an Ultimate Insider, you will get all parts of the funnel. There are four this time, so you'll get them all. And if you want to sign up to be an Ultimate Insider, you can do that at theplrshow.com/insiders or theplrshow.com/ultimate insiders if you'd rather use Warrior Plus in order to sign up. Okay, so we will just go ahead and dive in. Now, I do want to say this. When I do a live presentation on your behalf and I give it to you as PLR, I don't have personal references in it. Obviously I'm speaking extemporaneously. And basically what I'm doing on your behalf is training. And it is a different way of your being able to do a pre-sell. It's not quite, speak to sell, as Dan Kennedy would call it. It's not quite a Russell Brunson perfect webinar. I call it a perfect pre-sale. And it's kind of the way that I've done things over the years. And it's the way that I've been most comfortable with. And for some people, you're probably not going to ever be comfortable doing something like a full, I'd say direct response webinar. And if you're not, then this is one way of being able to do it. And of course, if you don't want to present live, then you can just get the PLR to this course that I'm going to be doing. You get the upgrade, which I'm going to be sharing with you tonight, and you will then be able to do your own training. So there's no I'm not, when I train people on these sessions, I don't try to fool anybody. I don't try to I'm training, I'm teaching, right? And so that's the way to do this because that builds trust. And what I have found over the years is that if you will position yourself as an educator, you may not get the people that have to buy right now. They may not ever become your customers, but you will get people who will just kind of rashly think about things. And I just found those people to be better customers over time, over long periods of time. You can always get customers who will buy right now if you use all the direct response triggers, scarcity, urgency. And I'm not beyond doing those things. Please don't think I'm saying those things are bad and I don't use them in my marketing. I'm just saying I don't rely on them. And I rely primarily on the trust that I've tried to build over the years by training. And that's what I suggest you do. And if you don't want to be a direct response, I'd say aficionado, if you're never going to be good at that, then one way to do that is to be an educator. And that's kind of what we talk about, in our Ultimate Insider group, is for you to be an educator in your niche. And then you do things like what I'm doing right now. So when I create this presentation, you're going to either be able to let my voice play or you're going to be able to do it over yourself. And you don't have to do it exactly the way I do it. You just need to make sure that you are pre-selling the course. And that's what this training is going to do. So some of my speech is going to be imperfect when you get the recording, and that's by design. And so I'm not trying to be precise in my language as I would be in the tutorial videos. What I'm trying to do is to get across that this is a useful tool to your customers. And when they hear this presentation, if you play it live or if you play it as a webinar, if you give it as a bonus, it's designed to get them interested in the PLR course. That's its whole job, right? That's what it does. You can use it however you want, but that is what it is designed to do. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into this. So we talk about um, uh, we're going to be talking about the how and why of creating a children's book that aligns with your brand, right? And that's a very important aspect of what it is that you want to do with this particular tool. You may not be a children's book a marketer, and you may not ever want to be in the children's book market. One thing that you can do though is you can add a children's book to your product line. And it doesn't matter who you are, what your niche is, having extra products, having products available, and in this case for children, gives you something to sell at holidays, gives you something else in your product line to sell, and just gives your customer another way for you to be able to connect with them, right? And I remember hearing this at a ClickFunnels uh, conference that one of the benefits of getting into the house of your customer with something physical is that you're there, right? You're a reminder there. In a way that a digital product cannot do. And in some cases, that's why some marketers give food, so that, if they can get into your stomach in that way, right? Then it's a reminder of you. So something physical getting it into the home of your customer is an important aspect. And sometimes some people will get something for their children that they may not ever buy anything from you, but they'll buy something for their children, that you make connection with your brand. So that's really some of the how and the why. We'll get into this and the tool that actually does this. So this in this special section, we're going to be building on a foundational course on creating children's books. And we're going to be talking about a tool called Read Kids. And there are a lot of tools available that are AI based. I mean, certainly you can create consistent characters with Midjourney, and to some degree you can do it with ChatGPT now, although it is a little unreliable. It is a little temperamental in terms of what it will produce for you. And you can put all of the pieces together. So there's nothing in this tool that you cannot piece together on your own. And so if you have Midjourney, or if you know how to create images, if you have ChatGPT, you know how to create the stories, if you know how to generate PDFs, and you can get them up to something like Kindle, you can do everything we're going to be talking about with this tool absolutely free of charge, and there's going to be no platform that you need. However, bringing all those things together in one consistent process makes you more efficient. And if you're in business and kids' books is not your business, but you want to add a kid's book to your brand, sometimes adding a platform or getting access to a platform that will do it all in one place will help you to be more efficient in what it is you're doing. And you can focus on your business and not on being a kid's book author. Now, one of the things you can do with a children's book is you can establish your USP. And anytime you're in a crowded market, you're always trying to make sure your customer knows what makes you different. And you want to make sure that to some degree that this kids book that you do, it relates to you and your business and your expertise. It's you. And so we're not trying to be a kids book author. We're just trying to enhance our brand and our USP. And so everything we're doing is aligned. And so we don't have to have knowledge of how to be great at writing kids book. We're using the AI for that. What we're trying to do is to make sure that our brand is enhanced. And another thing that you want to kind of think about is if you're an information marketer, the challenge is always finding good upsells so that you get a customer to buy the first time. Well, what else can they buy from you? And sometimes trying to find that thing that they can also buy from you is a challenge, right? Trying to get people into things that are going to be higher margin is difficult. Maybe they like your front end product, but they don't want the upsells that you put together. And so you want to be able to vary those things. And a children's book will help you to do that by getting those things into your product line. And it's just another thing that's going to be in your funnel, right? And so, if you're educating people, that's what information marketers do, then getting a children's book on a related topic and making it available so that parents can teach their children what they're doing is, again, another valuable way of being able to connect with your customers. And anytime you put a product in your funnel, right, and a customer buys it, an existing customer buys it, it increases their value to you. Right? Some customers will only buy front end products. Some customers will buy front end and upsell. Some people will stay with you forever. So everything that you can do to increase the value of that customer to you is going to be beneficial to you in the long run. And so you want to offer some additional value, right? And so um, you should be building your list, obviously, your email list. And again, not everybody's going to buy from you when you write them an email. And so you want to be able to take some of the assets you generate with Read Kids, and sometimes you can use them as a lead magnet, right? You don't have to create an entire children's book. You can create a video version of the story. That can be a lead magnet. Again, all the assets that you get within Read Kids are yours. And as an intellectual property issue, they state on their website that everything you create is yours. Right. So it is a real benefit for you to be able to use the platform and be more efficient. Now, again, we talked a little bit about direct response, and you are going to be doing some direct response and educational marketing ultimately. And that's what this book does. It takes everything you teach, everything you're trying to show your customer, and it breaks it down for children. And it makes it something that a child would really want to know. And so if you want to connect with your child over what you're doing every day, you're going to be able to do that in this children's book. And it also reinforces the core message. So whatever it is your core idea is, you can reinforce that message not only to the parent, but to also to their children. So again, it is getting into the home of your customer and being a reminder of who you are. Now, it also gives you opportunities to work with your affiliates. You put together a digital product, and you can sell a physical product on sites like System.io if you have an account there. You can sell it through Warrior Plus. You can also sell a physical product through JVZoo. So you can get affiliates involved in giving them more income for every sale, so that again they'll promote more and they'll make more. And so the more that they make, the more they'll come back to your products in order to promote. So find different partners, and you can create a children's book in different verticals. Again, sometimes you can use that as a way to attract different affiliates that you would not attract otherwise. And in most cases, you're not going to create a children's book as a standalone, but it is something that you can do. Now, I will say right now that this is probably going to be all that we're going to be doing on the live stream. So, if you're on the live stream and you want to make sure that you're going to be getting access to this live presentation that I'm doing, it is an upgrade to our Create and Sell a Children's Book PLR, which you can get at the plrshow.com/new, or you can get it at the plrshow.com/CSACBAI. And also, you can get the course and all of the funnel entirely free. You can get it at plrshow.com /insiders, or the plrshow.com /ultimate insiders if you would rather use Warrior Plus. Okay, so so if you're hanging out with us on on YouTube, I want to thank you for hanging out. I'm going to go ahead and finish this presentation because again, we're not going to be doing replays to this, but you will have access to this, and I hope that this was beneficial to you if you are watching on YouTube, whether you're watching the replay or you're watching live. So with that, I am going to stop the live stream here.